Los Lirios consists of 3 tenements on the western side of Oaxaca state. It's on a belt of that whole western coast of Mexico is prolific gold and other mineralization belts along there. Where Torex Gold and Equinox are about 100 kilometers to the northwest of us, and then Fortuna Mining is to the east of us. So it's an unexplored belt, but we know there's mineralization at surface, and that really makes a big difference. The guys have walked on surface. We can see the north-south structure more or less aligned with an anticline. Those are two correlate very well in terms of the requirement to create open space for feeder structures and deeper seated fluids to come up. Looks as though that's happened. They've dropped out mainly antimony, and looking at what's been exposed on surface, we can see that there's cross-cutting faults that have created open space that's flooded with antimony in the form of stibnite. Also seeing indications of replacement textures, so looking at the fluids coming up, the structure, hitting favorable beds, in this instance what we can see at surface of gypsum, and replace, and also some intrusives, replacing that and dispersing out. What that basically sums up to is very favorable or potentially favorable mine site considerations. If those are mineralized, it creates a nice big profile for either open pit or underground mining. Underground mining in Mexico is certainly the preferred go-to approach in the current situation. We're hoping to get samples in mid-November to late November from the first rounds of mapping and prospecting along this north structure, which is 9 to 10 kilometers long, runs through the center of our tenements. Hopefully do some geophysics on that, and the whole purpose of that is to get rigs spinning by the end of the year or by January of next year, subject to when we can actually get the permits in place. We've got a large footprint of a mineralized model that looks very compelling in terms of stibnite mineralization, possibly with precious metals, and it's having that asset in a jurisdiction that's favorable to mining, that we can get permitting done in a short frame, that we're funded for that to then get rigs spinning.